Today we are comparing the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 and the DJI Osmo Action 4.
Chapter 1, Vlogging. For me, the DJI Action 4 is the perfect beginner vlogging camera. You can just have it in your pocket, and when you're ready to record, you pull it out, press the record button, and in a split second it will be recording. It's almost instant. But then I think the Action 4 is such a good camera on its own. I personally usually don't really like to plug accessories into it. I really prefer to use it as such, because one of my favorite features on the DJI Action 4 is that its base is magnetic, and it comes with a cage. If you pop it in its cage, then its side becomes magnetic. But now the really cool thing with these magnetic sides is that you can mount the Action 4 pretty much anywhere there is a metallic structure. So a downpipe or a makeshift tripod. The advantage of circular metallic structures like this one is that you can then orient the camera the way you want to get a better composition. Flip it upside down and get more options. Metal boxes are really ideal. That's why I often keep the Action 4 in its cage, because I like to mount it sideways like so, and then just means that I'm hands-free. Easier to talk to the camera when you are hands-free. This magnetic property of the camera is fantastic, because you also have this really cool magnetic mount. That means that you can pop it in and out. Sometimes you just want to wear it in your chest mount, or you want to have it on a handle, or put it on your car, your bike, anything. So this mounting option is so quick. Long guns are the days where you had to screw and unscrew, you know, the GoPro way. When you like to mount your action camera in different ways and you want to keep switching or swapping mounts, that is the way to go. This is perfect. A few limits with this mounting system. First, if you put the Action 4 in its cage, you gain the side magnet, but you lose the base magnet. And when it is cage, you cannot plug the DJI Mic receiver, which is an accessory I will talk about later, but it doesn't leave you enough space to plug the DJI Mic receiver, so you can't use the DJI Mic easily when the Action 4 is in its cage. If you pop it off its cage, then of course it works well. It's plugged nicely, but it's a little wobbly. The other point that is more important is I just lose the ability to mount it. You can always use a USB-C to 3.5 jack adapter, and then just find a way to mount the receiver and connect it via its jack output. In my opinion, it makes the whole system a little bit cumbersome. Now my favorite workaround for the situation when you want to mount the Action 4 through its magnets, then you just unplug it quickly and then use the internal recording. So you will have to do some sync in post, but you know, I think it's worth it. But all that to say that if you care so much about sound quality and you want to use an external mic, a wireless mic, you should look into the Pocket 3. But let's talk about the Pocket 3 now. In my opinion, the Pocket 3 has a much better image quality and arguably sound quality than the Action 4, because it's much more likely that you're going to be actually using the DJI Mic 2 that comes along it in the creators combo, which by the way I strongly recommend. I've got a review video that you can check here, because the two of them, the DJI Mic 2 and the DJI Pocket 3, are connecting seamlessly. You just have to power both devices on and then that's it, it connects instantly. That means, in my opinion, that you are much more likely to actually use the DJI Mic 2, the wireless mic, with the Pocket 3 that you would be likely to use any kind of external mic with the Action 4 because it's so easy to set up. Ease of use is always super important. It's super windy. Interested to see how the DJI Mic 2 that I'm recording with right now on the Pocket 3, how will it handle this high wind. Let's keep going. But not everything is gold with the Pocket 3, of course. You will lose the waterproofing that the Action 4 has. You will lose the robustness. This is not a camera you want to risk dropping. And then you obviously don't have the very cool magnet system that allows you to mount it anywhere. You also can't wear it so easily as you can with the Action 4. It's not an action camera after all. But I want to try something actually. I'm not just gonna give you information. I just also want to give you some tips. It's the first time I'm trying it. I don't know if it's gonna work, so I may fail miserably, but I have this necklace mount that I use with the Action 4 when I want to do some POV videos. But what I want to try to do is use it as a sort of gorilla pod. Look at this cool way I just mounted the Pocket 3. I think this necklace mount or any similar accessory is really cool, and you should really get one because then you can mount your Pocket 3 in very similar ways that you would to your Action 4. Whoops! There's a gap. I would much rather mount the Pocket 3 using this fun necklace mount rather than using these little tripod legs that I will keep for indoor use, because I really don't trust them. Being able to track yourself makes it even better than the Action 4 in some ways. Yeah, it's not as quick as using the magnet from the Action 4, but it's somehow more flexible because you don't require metal to mount it. Look at how good the tracking is keeping my face in the center of the frame, even though there is some obstacle in the way. Now, can I go to the other side? Absolutely. So let's just have a little walk. Now I'm just gonna pretend. Okay, I think it lost me. Oh no, it's finding me again. So I'm just gonna walk like if I didn't know about the camera. It lost me. Sometimes it will lose you when there is too much obstacle in the frame, but as soon as it finds you again, it will track you again. This, yeah, it works. Well, hi. To sum things up, the DJI Action 4 will be your best bet if you live in a country where it rains a lot. Very easy to mount anywhere. You can wear it very easily. So for POV type videos, also great. And its form factor will allow you to fit it in the tightest places. Ah, gosh, this rain. I think it will allow you to be the most productive for all the reasons I just mentioned. So quick to set up, you don't even have to set it up, you just press the rec button. If you're really active, your parents for instance, and you want to still vlog whilst doing chores or bringing your kids to school or anything like this, you still gonna have an easier time with the Action 4 for its simplicity. And the great part of it being an action camera is that you're gonna be worry-free in the sense that it's almost indestructible. The Pocket 3 on the other hand, while it's still very easy to use, it does require a little bit more care and attention. That tiny little gimbal and this rotating screen are a little fragile, so you should always store it in its protective case when not in use. Always make sure that the gimbal is locked. This protective case has a little space for the DJI Mic 2, and it's quite perfect because you can have it as a remote controller / mic handle. You can even put the Pocket 3 upside down in it, and then you have a kind of mini vlog grip with a shotgun mic. The Pocket 3 will be your best choice if you're the type of user that want to strike the right balance between beautiful image quality but pocketability or ease of use. Maybe a full mirrorless kit will be too cumbersome or too expensive, and you also want something very portable, then the Pocket 3 might be the good choice for you. If you want to create creative angles like I showed earlier, whereas with the Action 4 it will take you a second or two, with the Pocket 3 it may take you 30 seconds to 1 minute to get those angles, which is still pretty quick, you know. It's less unknown, it's a design that is less mainstream, as I just said, so you will get maybe a few more smiles or people wondering or looking, which, you know, you get used to. With the Action 4, I think it's kind of the known GoPro look, a GoPro type device, so people don't care too much. So you are gonna be more inconspicuous if it's something that is important to you. I still think it's much easier to get it off your pocket and start recording than having a bigger mirrorless camera. So I'm still getting a lot more shots when I use the Pocket 3 than if I use my ZV-1, for instance, when I'm vlogging. Are you in the process of getting one of these two cameras? If this video helped you in the decision, please consider using my links in the descriptions. There are affiliated links that will help the channel greatly. If not, you can always give the video a like, ask me any questions. Take care and see you in the next one.